Bigfoot. Has anyone seen anything about Bigfoot in Stardew Valley? Here's the character sheet for Bigfoot. Look at him do that run across. He looks back over his shoulder. Does he look grumpy or does he look misunderstood? The name of Bigfoot, don't know if you can see that. Asldkfjsquaskutanfsldk. That is the official character name. Asldkfjsquaskutanfsldk. Into the code, let's zoom in. Backwoods, forest, town, and woods are all the places that you can see. Squaskutan. Is that what we call it? Squaskutan. Squaskutan. So, forest. If you have played more than 3 days, initialize a random based just on your days played. This is the same whether you are on new RNG or on legacy RNG. This is the same on every single save file. The game seed is not used in here. Initialize a random, modify time, so after 7:20 p.m. Delay before start, that's calculating how much time is between the current time of day and the time that's been calculated based on this. So it sets a timer. When that timer hits, then Squaskutan appears either at this location or this location. We'll go find that in game shortly. Woods is similar after 7:20, town after 7:20, and backwoods is a little bit more interesting. If you have not received a mail that is Asldkfjsquaskutanfsldk, which just seems to be a keyboard smash, if you have not received that mail, then some touch actions get added into the backwoods. You touch that tile and an action happens. This adds a touch action to these tiles here, these three here, 13, 14, and 15, 29. These three tiles there, an action is set for when you touch those tiles. What is the action? Remove the touch actions from those. So this only happens once if the time of day is between 7:20 p.m. and 8:20 p.m. and you're the only one in the area and you have played more than 3 days, so from spring 4 onwards, and it's not raining, and a random number, a percentage chance. Game1.random next double is less than 0.025, a 2.5% chance. So between these times, you touch that tile, a 2.5% chance. If you hit that, then add that mail that we looked at before. Play a sound, shadow die. Play after sound delay, grassy step, grassy step, grassy step. Doof, doof, doof. And then little Squaskutan appears. Now I believe, I've yet to trigger this myself, I believe that is, it's got to be right around where you touch. So you need to constantly exit and enter the backwoods between these times, touching those tiles and trying to hit that 2.5% chance. You know you've hit it when you hear the sounds in the game. You hear the shadow die and some grassy steps. Then that means that you have this mail here. This mail code is used in the backwoods and the forest. Once you've seen it the first time, it is very rare to see Squaskutan at the same place as you first saw. But as we will see down a bit further, you will see it again in the backwoods. Just in the initial spot, extremely rare. Then down here, if you have that piece of mail with another random, another one that doesn't use the game seed, that doesn't care if you're on legacy or new RNG, a seeded chance, a seeded 2% chance for the following to happen. This one here grabs some images from Cursors 1.6 and places them on a few places around the map. I won't show what this looks at. We'll go in the game and we will show it off. But good to note that there is seeded. The same for every save. The mail is not a literal letter, no. Mail is just a flag of the game saying this has happened. A separate thing, if it is after, if it's bang on midnight or after midnight, another random that doesn't use the game ID, that doesn't care if you're on legacy or new RNG. After midnight, take a random time between midnight and 2 a.m. If the time of day right now, if the time of day matches exactly what the time that's been calculated here, and another use of the random, a 33% chance. So again, seeded. If you're in there on the exact time of day and you hit the 33% chance, then you see Squaskutan appear. No sound that I can see from here. So seeded, same for each file. That was the same for the forest. seeded, same for each file. That was the same for the woods, seeded, same for each file. That was the same for town, seeded, same for each file. So let's have a sheet here that tells us exactly when to go to these various places on each day, which will be the same for everyone's game. So we've got appearances in the forest, where it is, either the bottom or the top. There's 2 locations you can appear in the forest, and it's random as to which one it is. In the backwoods, whether it will appear in the first place, so that 33% chance that we saw, and when it would be, where it's going to be in the town, where it's going to be in the secret woods, and then this other flag being set, whether these additional things are going to be seen on the ground. I have not tested this. Let's test it. So we're going to go to the 8th, and we're going to go till midnight, and we're going to see if Bigfoot will appear. If Squaskutan will appear, so according to my calculations, he gets placed here and then walks down and slightly to the right. Starts up here and then starts walking down this way. Okay, so we enter at the time that it says, and we'll run up and we'll see if we can spot Bigfoot. So when do we say? The 8th, Monday the 8th at bang on midnight. Let's go just before midnight. Ooh, dark, spooky. Wait till 12. Where are you, Bigfoot? He was there. I missed it. I didn't see him. Very top left. Okay, zoomed out. Let's go again. I can't see on my screen, so you get the fuzzy green screen. I can see much better without that light on my face. Okay, we run north, as far north as we can. There he is. He walks down and he stops there. Wow. Have you seen Bigfoot? Well, there he is. Let's do it once more. Let's do it tomorrow, and we'll come at 1:10 to see if my sheet works. So we'll wait till 1:10. We'll run back in and we'll have a look again. 1:10. Oh, look at him. Hello, Saskutan. Quad glow rings. Let's see what happens when we light them up. Yep, good idea. No, you can't see. I need no clip. Okay, now that I know what to look for, I'm turning my lights back on. So it's the 9th at 1:10. Boom. Saskutan, you got anything for me? But there he is there. I can't chop this tree down. This isn't the tree. Don't think he's supposed to top behind the tree. I think he is, but I don't think you're supposed to see him behind the tree. Let's see where else he appears. So the backwoods one is limited based on that check. Only 33% of the time. But we could see that, well, that was accurate. So let's look for the forest, the town, the secret woods. Let's start from the left, because there's also 2 locations there. Let's see where those locations actually are. Starts there and runs that way. So that's one I've marked as bottom, and this one here is here. So either be behind the wizard's house there or behind the maple there. Now this one here is different in that you can be in there when the time hits, because the time that we have is not just straight up in 10-minute increments. The 11th will be at the bottom at 10:24 p.m. So let's set the time to 10 and we'll walk to the wizard's tower. So I've entered when it was at 10 p.m. and what we say 10:24. I think he's going to be behind here. Did you see him? So that was at the bottom, and now we want a top one. So that is the 13th. And this was at 10:41. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk back to the farm. Then we're going to enter the forest and be ready for this Bigfoot sighting. Boom. My spreadsheet works. My spreadsheet works. Go home. Thank you. Let's look at town. 14th in town is 1:01 p.m. We need to see where in town it's going to be. It is at 12191. Behind this tree. And we'll go to the right. So behind this tree, just after 1. Have fun. And Secret Woods is the last one. Now this one has some extra stuff in here. So this one has an end function based on the location of the farmers. So if the farmer is to left or too low, then flag gets set to false. We don't want flag to be set to false, so we won't be too left or too low. Then if the light sources are too left or too low, then that disappears. So we can't be beyond this line, and we can't be down here. We've got to stay up in this area here. And the light sources are all got to be over there. So we've got to take our rings off. Shared lights. I don't know if that counts as the glow ring. We'll try without, because it might not count as the glow rings. And then locations. Starts in there. It runs in the place that the player can access. Fun. Okay. Oh, it's the same. It's exactly the same times as town for this one. Time just after 1. Just after 1. There he is. Come back here. Into Secret Woods. So now from down here, just after 1, he won't appear. Because I'm down here blocking the way. Just after 1. Run, run. So those are all the places that Saskutan can spawn. And you can tell when and where he's going to spawn based on this sheet that I will share. So all that leaves now is this other thing that we need to trigger, this 2.5% chance. This is the touch action one. This is the one that can only trigger between 7:20 PM and 8:20 PM. This is the one that has a sound associated with it. And you need to touch these tiles here in order to have a chance to activate it. And it's going to be a 2.5% chance just in here. This one is not seeded, so I can't use a fancy spreadsheet for it. Gonna get jump scared. When this happens, we are going to get jump scared. Ha! There he goes. We got it. We hit the 2.5% chance. So now, what does that mean? I'm going to skip ahead to full 4th, and I'm going to re-enter. Go away, Marnie. They fade. Look at that. They fade. No one will believe you. Wow. Okay, and then one more thing to see. Let's go to Spring 16, Year 1. Have a look at the bottom of the cliff. So these footprints only appear once you see Saskutan run away after you hit those tiles, and you get the sound of the shadow creatures dying. So that is all of the places that Saskutan can appear and all the places that the footprints can appear. I will provide a link to the spreadsheet that will show you where and when you can get them to appear in your game. Have fun exploring.